everyone, welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. So happy December and welcome to Vlogmas. So if you have not seen one of these videos, what I have done the past few years is ask somebody in my life to pick 24 books that made them think of me, whether they wanted me to read them because they loved them or they wanted me to guinea pig them or whatever the case may be. Pick 24 books and wrap them up, and every day I unwrap one for you and then do a little vlog as the year goes on. And this is one of my favorite things to do ever because for me, I'm almost always editing in December, kind of like a day behind when you see them, and it allows me to take a walk through my past year, and so I just love it. Thank you so much for coming along with me the past couple years, but this year I decided to do things a little bit differently. So I probably will have done an announcement video by the time this goes up explaining everything, but just briefly, I decided I wanted to put a little spin on things this year because, as you guys know, I have been kind of notorious for DNFing a little bit more, and especially when somebody else picks your books, there's going to be a lot of times where they're not books that you love, either because, you know, it's somebody else's taste or whatever the case may be. Nobody can predict your reading perfectly. And so I just hated the idea, even if my family members were buying these books used, I hated the idea of reading them and immediately DNFing them. And so I decided to put a little more cost-effective twist on it this year. And a lot of you guys have said you want to do this with your friends, family members, whatever. And so I thought we would try it this way and see. It definitely is more cost-effective and a little bit more like eco-friendly and stuff. So we're going to see if this works. So I had my best friend, my very best friend, pick 24 books for me. But instead of buying all the books, I had her just send my husband an email with all 24 titles. And I asked my husband to cut them into strips so I could put them in a coffee cup and then pull one every day. Well, my husband is a comedian. He thinks he's hilarious. And instead of a coffee cup, he did this. So here's this huge vase full of all the titles. So I was annoyed for sure because one, this is not nearly as cute as my little Beauty and the Beast cup, but two, because I feel like I can't get in there to pick a lot. But he said he randomized them, and so you know, we'll just see how it goes. So what I'm going to do today is pick a title and let you know my initial thoughts as I read the synopsis, and we'll see. So background on my best friend. She is a genius. Like, she's an actual genius. She is a PhD. She's got a PhD. She's been a professor. She now works for the state of Kansas Department of Health, and she's just a genius. I know, took some years off reading as she was going through all her graduate degrees and stuff, and now she's back into reading, and she definitely reads more literary than me. I did not give her any context to what to pick. She follows my Goodreads. We talk about books, so hopefully she knows, but I anticipate some of these are going to be a little bit literary, a little bit like above my pay grade, above my like intellectual abilities, but we're going to see. So let's just dig in here. I'm going to try to just cheat the system and go down lower. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Oops, I just ripped it. My bad. I've heard of this. Okay, 100 Years of Lenny and Margot by Marianne Cronin. So I have heard a lot about this. I will have a picture popped up here. Pause. I'm going to go get my phone so I can read the description. Okay, I'm back. So it says, an extraordinary friendship, a lifetime of stories. Their last one begins here. Life is short. No one knows that better than 17-year-old Lenny living on the terminal ward. But as she is about to learn, it's not only what you make of life that matters, but who you share it with. She joins an art class where she bumps into fellow patient Margot, a rebel-hearted 83-year-old from the next ward. So they start a friendship. I have heard nothing but good things about this. And you guys, side tangent, I have a really good friend. Her 3-year-old's name is Margot, and I love old lady names. I've got kids with old lady names. I love them. Also, a bunch of the people that I follow on Goodreads all give this 5 stars. Somebody says, grab the tissues, you'll feel all the feels. Okay, so I'm really, really excited about this one. This is one that I've really wanted to read. So yeah, I'm excited. I will tell you right now, because this is a blast from the past vlog. It is January 14th. We're in the middle of like freeze mania. I don't know. Last night the Chiefs played in their first playoff game. and it was here in Kansas City, and Andy Reid's mustache was frozen. It was frozen. It is so cold. It is currently like -8 degrees with a -30 wind chill or something crazy. It is freezing. I am looking in front of me. There's ice on my window. It is crazy cold. So we're doing as little outside as possible. We're staying home and doing church at home today. We're not going anywhere tomorrow, I don't think. And like, we're going out as little as possible. So freezing. I loathe this time of year. I loathe it. But we just got over a bunch of sicknesses. Hopefully, like last weekend we were all sick. Everybody in the house got it. My husband's still coughing if you can hear him. But hopefully we're at least healthy for a little while. But that's everything. So I will check in. A readathon, Read in the New Year, is starting today. So I don't know that I'll read this in the next week while that readathon's going on. But then I'll check in and let you know. So yeah, there's that. We'll see ya. This is one of probably the last updates I can give with having a 5, 3, and 1-year-old, because my 5-year-old's about to turn 6. And last year when I was saying my 4-year-old's about to turn 5, that was mind-boggling to look back on. So now I'm just saying that because I know she'll be like almost 7 by the next time I watch this. And gosh, that hurts my heart. But anyway, okay. We'll check in here in a little bit. Back so soon. It is literally minutes later. But one thing that you guys have asked for in the years gone by is to know why the people who pick my books pick the books. And so this year I'm trying something new. I sent my friend a voice message and asked her why she picked the book. I have not listened to what her response is, but let's see if we can listen together. Because I asked like my mom or sister or somebody to write on the things why they did that, and they didn't do it. So let's see if this works better. Let's see what she says. Like I said, I have not pre-listened, so we'll see.
So this one, I had, again, a number of friends who listed it as want to read. You were one of them. And as you know, like, my research area has been grandparenting and intergenerational relationships. So that's what this is. And I honestly want to read it. It's on my list as well as like a potential, like if I ever teach again, using it in class as, you know, an activity or something like that. So looking forward to hearing your thoughts on it so that I know going into it what I can kind of expect, and then we can compare notes when I get to read it.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, this lady's a genius, and she was a professor on grandparent relationships and kind of the impact of that on children. That's what her PhD is in, and so that it's not surprising to me that she picked this. Yeah, I'll be really excited to share thoughts with her. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hello. It's been a minute. You guys don't know that, but for me, it's been a minute because I was doing the Read in the New Year readathon, and that happened in the middle of the month, and that threw me off a lot. And then, like with my book haul revisit, and then I wanted to do a Patreon vlog and all the things. I just didn't get to this book as quickly as I wanted to, and so I've just started it. It is January 27th. It is a Saturday. My oldest is about to turn 6, and you guys, I don't know, moms out there, you guys tell me, when my oldest has birthdays, they're very emotional for me. When my youngest, like my middle two do, it doesn't feel that way. Because like, I don't know, I guess I've done that before. Like I've had a 4-year-old, I've had a 3-year-old, I've had a 1-year-old, whatever. It doesn't feel like quite as emotional, but my first one, it's always like, oh, 6. I'm not old enough to have a 6-year-old. She's not, that wasn't 6 years ago. Like, it just seems crazy. And so I don't know, maybe that'll change, maybe not, but she's about to be 6. Today is Saturday. We have basketball, and my parents are coming up to watch it. And then they are also going to stay and help get ready for a birthday party for tomorrow. My in-laws and my husband's grandparents and my parents and grandma and sister are coming up. And so to celebrate the almost 6-year-old. So yeah, today, basketball, and then I've got a Patreon live show, and I'm trying to make cookies and just trying to do all the things. But I've started this book on audio, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like 3 or 4 chapters in. It seems to have really short chapters. I'm listening on audio, but I do have the physical book from the library, so I might switch because I really love reading short chapters. So, so far we've met Lenny. She is a teenager, maybe like a young girl, who has kind of made friends with the pastor at the hospital because she is a terminally ill child. And so, yeah, that's all I really know so far. But so far, so good. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a life update because my goal is to do at least 2 of these every month. Because, I mean, if I do 2 a month, I'll still be recording in December, which I ideally would like to be done early December. I'm not off to a good start. Honestly, I mean, this is January 27th, so I'm going to get 1 in January, and then we'll just kind of see where everything falls. But I bit off a little more than I could chew reading-wise in January. So, yeah, I just wanted to ramble about my life. Now I'm going to go make breakfast, get the show rolling. I've got 1 video I would like to film, 2 batches of cookies, and a thing of brownies to make because I've recently gotten into sourdough making, and so I use sourdough discard and made brownies from Farmhouse on Boone. If you guys don't, if you're into sourdough making, check her out. She has a lot of great recipes. However, this brownie recipe seems really dry. We haven't cut it or anything, so I'm not sure, but I might make like a boxed brownie just in case. So yeah, lots to do today, so I'm going to let you guys go, but I will update when I have more to say. Hey everyone, so it is January 29th, and I am so sad to come on here and say that I am in the minority. I did not like this book. So I finished it last night, and I don't know, like I saw some reviewers comparing it to Frederick Bachman writing style, and I can kind of see that. Like I don't like that at all. So the premise of the story is Lenny and Margot they meet in the hospital because they're both terminally ill. Lenny is 17, Margot's 83, so together they have lived 100 years. They meet in the art room and decide that they are going to paint a picture for every 100 year, like every year of the 100 that they've collectively lived. Great premise, right? I wanted to be in that moment, and I wanted to be in the present time. However, you get flashbacks to Margot's life, and like Lenny is kind of experimenting with, like she gets a relationship with the chaplain, and like not like a PV relationship, but like she starts going to visit the chaplain, and then he retires and stuff. So there's that kind of. It just felt very random, and very unfocused, and like. I don't know, like we kind of get both first and third perspective, and the first person, like you get to be inside Lenny's head, but I also feel like I didn't really know her. Like I don't know how, I don't know. It was just kind of random, kind of very slow, very, I would say kind of literary in the writing, and it just wasn't for me, you guys. I'm so bummed because I was so excited about this premise, and like the relationship between the two, I felt like wasn't that strong. Like we were kind of getting individual stories, and like the end is sad, but not. And like I feel like we didn't really know much about like what was going on with either of them health wise, and I felt like that was kind of a critical point. So I don't know, guys. 2.5 stars. I didn't like it. I know I'm very, very much in the minority. So it does talk about life, grief, that kind of stuff, but like I just didn't like it. So. Yeah, yesterday was my daughter's 6th birthday party with all of our family members and stuff. And so that was really fun. And then the Chiefs won. So they're going to the Super Bowl, which is so exciting. And that's really everything that's been going on here. Busy day. I got a really bad headache yesterday, as I do. And so, yeah, I kind of just vegged out in the afternoon and finished my book. So that's everything. I will see you guys in day 2. I'm hoping, like that one was so anticipated. So I'm hoping next one will be better, but we'll see.